Well, let me guess. You're in need of some building help. If not, then what are you doing on YouTube looking for building tutorials? Well, lucky you, because you're in the right place. I mean, have you seen all my 5-star Yelp reviews? That's right, because today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this starter house right here. This starter house is perfect for any beginner's world because it's got 3 stories, plenty of space, and it's made out of easy to get resources. Now the first step in building your starter house is finding a good location. Now this isn't too hard, but keep in mind you're going to be living here forever. So that's why I chose to build my house over here. Now before we can get to any building, we need to clear away all these trees because we need to make ourselves some space for a beautiful new house. So I'm just going to get to that and I'll be right back with you guys. Hold tight. There we go. Now we have got plenty of space to build, and in the process, I think we've got plenty of wood to start working on our house. Now that we have all the wood we are ever going to need, it's time to get the second most important thing, which is cobblestone for our house. We're just going to mine down, and we're going to hope we can get ourselves plenty of cobblestone. Well, now that we've got all the resources we are going to need for our house, let's get right into building it. So for this build, you are going to start by making this L shape out of cobblestone, which is 6 blocks right here, 5 blocks near the edges, and 11 blocks long on both of these sides. Once you finish the foundation, what you're going to want to do next is you're going to come to everywhere where I currently have these stripped oak logs and make pillars which are 5 blocks tall out of the stripped oak logs you should have collected earlier. Once you've done that, you should have your base looking kind of like this. What we're going to do next is we're going to work on the front door section of this. So you're going to start off by placing birch planks going all the way up here and all the way up here. You're going to have to leave a gap here because this is where your door is going to go. Then down here you put 2 stripped birch logs, along with up here you put 2 more, and then fill this in with glass blocks and put oak trapdoors, or really whatever trapdoor you want right here to act as shutters and just give a little bit more detail to the build. After that, you're going to come to this wall over here, and this one is not actually symmetrical. A lot of these are identical, but this one is not. So you're going to do blocks just like this with holes in between them, and then in these gaps you're going to place stripped birch logs. Then 2 pillars of stripped birch logs, 2 blocks high right there, glass in between those, on top stripped birch logs, and finally, filling in the final gaps, you can put your planks. And now that is the end of these 2 walls. Now we're going to move on to the door and the porch section of the build. So make sure you build this correctly and make sure to leave that gap. Alright, next up is our door section. We're going to do the porch first because that is very important. So you're going to start this off by placing a row of oak planks right here at the edge, stair block, and a stripped oak log right here as the corner. Then stair block, stair block, stair block. Right over here, you're going to want to make a little curved stair block. This will actually be the staircase to step up. And right here, you can put 2 oak planks. It doesn't really matter if you want to put more stair blocks. I just think it looks better that way. Next, you're going to put a cobblestone wall right here and right here. And in between these, you want to use oak fence gates because they will link up with the walls. Unlike fences, they will not connect. So you're going to use fence gates going like this and right around here connecting to the wall just to give yourself that little balcony porch feel. Right over here, you can put lanterns on these or torches. Then right up here in front, what you can do is you can extend your fences. Now, I should probably get some ground there and then put oak fence gates right there, fill in the ground, and this will be the entrance you'll actually be able to walk through here into your house. So now what we're going to do is work on the door and then this section of the build. Next up, we've got the door. For this, it's very simple. I would start off by replacing this block right here. I'm going to use oak planks just because I think it fits in with the porch. Then put your door, make sure it's facing inset. You do not want to put it like this. It won't look as good, so put it like this. Then on top of there, birch stair pointing like that, birch plank on top. Boom, you're already done with your door, and this is the front of your house. You can already see it's coming together, looking pretty good, but we're not done. Next, come over here, we're going to do the side window. You're going to place 3 birch stripped logs. Then right here, you're going to place a stair like this and an upside down stair on top. Again, same thing here, mirror it over, and then glass in between, which will be your window. Up here, the stripped birch logs once again. Now we're going to add some more details, put some cobblestones in this triangle pattern. Then down here, fence gate right here, open it, fence gate right here. So it does look like it's going to be supporting. And what is it supporting? A little windowsill. Now we're going to come around to this side, and this side is a bit different. So you're going to put birch stair here, birch stair here, birch stair here, and a birch stair there. And then here you're going to place planks, just like that. And then down here you're going to put the birch stripped logs. You're going to place them going across. And this is your window. It's going to be a 2x3 window, so a lot bigger than the other ones. And then put some oak trapdoors here, just some tiny little details. And what I like to do here is place some trapdoors. Right after that, we're going to move on to this corner of the house, and this one's going to go really fast. In fact, we're going to do this section of the wall, this section of the wall, and this one over here, and you'll see why in a second. So we're going to start over here, because what's nice about this is it's actually the mirrored of what's right in front of us. So you're going to rebuild the same thing we have over there, and you're just going to build the exact same thing. So logs on top, logs on bottom, and then your upside down stairs and your normal facing stairs. Put some glass on there, and then I'm going to do the same design that we did before with the oak trapdoors, and right up here the cobblestone slabs. That's done. Now we're going to the next one, which is right over here, and you're going to see what I talked about mirroring. So around here we're going to start off by putting birch planks just like this, going up to here, and then up here striped birch logs, and then fill in this. That's your window. Put some glass right there. Looking pretty beautiful. Put your trapdoors, and don't mess up like me. You actually have to be good at Minecraft to do this, because I'm being a bad model for you guys. Then fence gate, cobblestone slabs again in this arch position. And now the mirroring part, come over here, and guess what? You're going to build the exact same thing again. Just come here, make the same design, strip birch logs, the normal planks all around, glass in the middle because it's a window, so of course you need glass. Bing, bang, boom. I messed up on that again. We're done. And there you go. They're actually the exact same, along with these two. This one and this one over here are the same. This one and this one over here are the same. And now we have this last one for you. And I do have a surprise. It's more mirroring, so be ready for that. Alright, last wall of the house, and we are going to do the same thing as we did over there. So start with both sides having these pillars, which a normal facing stair on the bottom, 2 planks, and then an upside down stair block at the top. Then you're going to get your stripped birch logs, and you're going to bring them from one side to the other on the top and the bottom. Fill this in with glass, just like that. Oak trapdoors here to act as shutters, because depth is very important in these builds. By having these blocks slightly sticking out, you just get that sense that there's actually more to it. I'm going to put upside down stair blocks here instead of the trapdoors. You can do that for all of them. If you don't want these trapdoors here and instead you want stair blocks, I am not going to stop you. It can help if you want variation instead of everything being the same, but it's really up to you. And there we go. That is actually the last wall. So now if we fly around the house, we can see all the walls are beautiful. Alright, now it's time to start working on the second story, and this part is a bit more confusing than the rest, so make sure to take your time, because what we're going to do is put upside down stair blocks going all the way along the front side. We're not going to do this all the way around the house, because next we're going to come to all of the corners. We're going to put the corner blocks with upside down stair blocks, so you should have something like this around the corner pillars. Not here, over here to this corner. There you go. Again, not here in the center, but only the corners. Once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this from above, and we're going to move on to the next step. And that next step is logs, because if there's one thing I love most in this game, it is the stripped log block. It is so useful. Unless there was a squid block, then of course I'd be biased, and that would be my favorite block. So what you're going to do for this is you're going to start off by making logs, like lines of log going from one to the edge. So you're going to start from this edge all the way over here. You're going to make a straight line of logs. Then you're going to do the same thing going in this direction all the way to this corner over here. I'm just going to put one facing straight up. We're not even going to see that one. It's actually going to be hidden by the roof. But then same thing over here. Go out with a straight pillar of logs until you get to this corner, and then just like the other side, we're going to put another pillar of logs. So now, like I said, if you want to make these, there you go, if you want to make them just like that, facing up, it won't matter because they'll be hidden. You're going to do this all the way around except for the front section. Now we're going to start working on the roof itself, and for this, you're going to use a lot of cobblestone stairs. So you're going to start off by putting one here, hanging over the edge of these stairs, and you're going to make them wrap all the way around this upper roof section, just like this. Now what you want to be careful of is you don't want to stop right here. You do want to go one block longer. You need to extend it one block over, and then over here you are going to do the same thing with this section of the wall. And once you put all these cobblestone walls, you should have something that looks a bit like this. So this is going to be the start of your build, and what you're going to do right before we go into the next step is in these corners, place upside down stairs to do that. Alright, right now we're going to finish off with the cobblestone blocks. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to continue this kind of roof pattern going all the way up, just like this, until you find the block where both of these angles will actually intercept, and make sure you do not mess it up, because then your whole house will be off-centered. So right here you'll place an upside down cobblestone stair. On top of that, a stair facing outwards, and there another upside down stair, so it gets that kind of little curve effect. Now you come back down here to where you place these first cobblestone stairs, and you're going to put slabs going across here, just to look like maybe a support beam or something that reinforced this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here on this side and duplicate exactly what we did there. There we go. As you can see, I've duplicated this, I've mirrored it. It's the exact same design on both sides, so make sure you get it right. And then going from the middle, you're going to place a row of cobblestone blocks coming out from the center at the top of both of these roof sections, and you're going to find the point where they intersect. In this case, it is right there. Now we're going to start on the roof, but before we get to that, you can see I added some lanterns along with this little thing in the middle just to hold up this lantern. This should completely mob-proof your roof, because you don't want mobs spawning on here, dropping down and blowing up your house. So by doing this, you should have full protection. And now what we're going to do is get oak stairs, and we are going to connect the oak stairs and make them go all the way around the L-shaped roof. There we go, the roof is completely filled in, and now we're going to add little windows on the top just so the roof doesn't look so plain. So you're going to go out from this center block 3 blocks, make a hole, and right here you can place really any temporary block because you won't see this. Then on the side of it, put oak stairs, and on top you're going to want to put a slab. Then I'm going to put a birch trapdoor. You can really put any one you want, but I like it that way. Then over here you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, break this block, and build another one of these little window sections. These just help break off the flat textures of the roof. There's nothing else up here to look at, so by doing this, you just add another detail and you make the height difference, so this looks very good. Then what you're going to want to do is simply mirror it on the other side, so make a hole, build the same thing. I'm going to do that, and then I'll get right back to you. Next up, you should have something that looks just like this with the same windows on both sides, and we're going to do something cool next, which is building a chimney. Now, chimneys are like the easiest thing to build. You pretty much just randomize the placement of blocks. You can put stair blocks, you can put slab blocks, like I'm going to put a stair block right there, just like that. And once you get up here, once you find a shape you're happy with, you have to grab a campfire. Ooh. Campfires are super good for this because they give off smoke, so you can then put trapdoors around your campfire, and once you've done that, you should have a pretty decent looking chimney. Alright, to finish up the roof section, all we need to add is a few more blocks here to fill in these holes, and I decided to take advantage of these extra blocks to make a little window. So you're going to build something like this using your stripped oak logs, then you're going to put a glass block in the center, and 2 oak trapdoors on the side just to get something like that. Now you're going to mirror the same thing over here on this side. This is a very quick, very easy build. And again, maybe you don't want a window up here. Maybe you want this to be like an attic area where there's no windows. Well, then there's nothing stopping you. I really hope that if you guys see this build, you're inspired to build something, and feel free to change it up, because just copying my design doesn't help you guys get better. Now if we come in here, it's not looking pretty good, but as you can see, I put a hole in the ground because down here I've got almost like a wine cellar type building, and this is actually for my storage room, so I'm going to store stuff in here. And what I did is I used stuff like stone and cobblestone to texture the walls. So it's very basic, but it does help because diorite and dirt don't look that good. So I would consider making something like this. Again, you don't have to copy me, you can make whatever you want. Now we are going to start off in this house by building the floor on the first floor, but before we do that, we need some doors to separate this house up. So what you're going to do is you are going to come here and you're going to build a little thing just like this. Now I put a log down here and I put an oak log instead of the normal birch, but you'll see why. And now you're going to do this, and these are going to be 2 little doorways. Now, I'm going to just do the same thing I did before, just like that. The doors can be however you want. You can just get rid of the doors in case you don't want them. Now, why these blocks are here, you're going to see, because what we're going to do for the floor is we're going to make a cool little pattern. Now, the problem with this pattern is it's a very expensive pattern since you're using logs, but if you want to do it, it looks very good. So pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to alternate different block types. In this case, I'm using these stripped logs, and by doing this, you get this really nice effect. I like it a lot. You guys might not, and like I said, it's your house. You can make the floor however you want. Right over here, we are going to grab a nice little trapdoor so we don't just have a hole in our floor. And just like that, we finished the first floor. Now, however, we need to work on this upper section. Alright, right now what we're going to do is we're going to start working on the floor of the second story of this house. And we're going to start by doing this little section right here. So we need to make this little shape right here, kind of this plus shape in this little area here. So then we put oak trapdoor there and oak slabs because, as you may have seen, this is the way to get all the way up and down. So you're going to want to put ladders going all the way alongside this. Now, let's go up here real quick and work on the next part, which is you're going to make some cross beams. And then you're going to fill them in again with the slabs. Now you're going to see why. Now you're going to do this on this side too. But if you come look underneath, you'll see it gives this really nice effect like their actual supports up there. So you're going to do that over here on this part of the ceiling slash floor if you want to say. And then we're going to start working on these walls to make them look better because right now they're pretty awkward. So make sure to build that and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so now we need to flatten out these walls, and to do that we are actually going to add a bunch of extra blocks. So first we're going to place logs right here and then an oak stair here just for the window, and then along these blocks right here you are going to cover them in stair blocks, and you're going to do this all the way around. Then you're going to fill in this gap with logs. So once you're done, I'm not going to do the whole thing because I value your guys' time and I don't need you sitting here forever. You should have something that looks kind of like this, and then up here finally you're going to place some slabs, and overall it should look like this. There we have it. The house is all done, but don't go bringing all your Minecraft girlfriends home just yet, because I mean, look at the inside. Everything's empty, just like my soul. But on the other hand, we got to do this interior, and I'm going to leave this up to you because first of all, I'm not your mom, but I'm going to show you guys what I built so you guys can copy it if you want. But if you copy my work, don't make it too obvious because I don't want to get in trouble. Alright guys, for my build, I chose to stick kind of with the log cabin feel, so my interior is exactly like that. So first of all, we got a little wheat field out here just to look good, add a little color, and it makes it kind of functional. Right inside, we've got a bunch of nice little things for our kitchen. Over here, a little separating room. This could be for storage and other tools. This is the bedroom over here. You can see it's a lot like reading, stuff like that. Very important compared to the other. If we go downstairs, actually, we'll see this kind of takes it's kind of like a messy room for like deep storage. You can imagine this is like an underground place you would just store any excess stuff. So we got redstone. This is supposed to be like almost grapes or some sort of liquid. I don't know. And then gold, just tiny little things. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I just thought it looked nice. And up here, I went for a bit of the attic feel. So over here, you've got a bunch of different blocks, stuff like cartography tables, which are kind of strange and things you probably wouldn't use that much. And over here, this is like the abandoned area. And if we take away the lantern, the lighting looks really good. And it's got a bunch of really weird and obscure blocks like an end portal frame. That's not all I did. I also did a bit of exterior work along with this path right here. Mainly, we got some lanterns, a nice little custom tree, a little log pile, and overall, I think this turned out pretty great. And I hope that you guys got something that looks amazing because I'm sure that you guys had some great ideas while coming up with your interiors. Well, mucho bueno, as they say in Soviet Russia. Hopefully you guys have something similar to this, and if you're lucky, you might even attract a few Minecraft girlfriends with your sexy new house. But that's all the time I have, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
This house has not been proven as an effective means of attracting girlfriends, and no promises can be made.